Hey guys, this is MattiAce, and I want to share with you a quite long video actually from a Miller. I have my original NC here, and to begin with I will just show you when I'm flying around with the air hammer farming a little bit. So it's rather late night and I went here with Gude, but he didn't stay all that long. We were looking for some good fights and Cobalt was kind of dead at this point. I decided to stay a bit longer though, and I will mix up the Reaver gameplay with infantry gameplay. I will be playing heavy assault using the default light machine gun, the Gauss saw. I still haven't direct sim that one actually. So now there wasn't all that much air here to begin with, which of course isn't all that surprising. It's rather late night as I said, but here comes the first encounter. So yeah, one of these side pilots wanted to have a couple of duels and decided, yeah, let's go somewhere where we are not so likely to be targeted or ganked or whatever. And we went to Mikala. There was nothing going on here. And to begin with, it was just me and this pilot. But for whatever reason, in just a minute, another side pilot showed up. And soon also you will see a Liberator. So now to begin with, this other side pilot, he didn't attack me, and this is pretty standard. When two guys are dueling, most pilots can tell that and they will not interfere. Most likely is this other pilot also a friend of the one that I'm dueling, so they are probably communicating. Anyway, we went for another go here, and the moment I turn around, I see this Liberator ganking me, and of course he had intel on where I was. And at the same moment, the other side pilot decides to attack me. See, as you can tell, this side pilot isn't much of a threat on his own, which probably explains his behavior also. Now there are a lot of people that want to have me on their kill boards and they want to have me in montages and some such. And the amount of effort that this lib crew put in to kill me, if I covered all of it, then this video would be over an hour and a half long. Do you need a Reaver? Just take mine. Just take mine. I have thermal and magazine size. So yeah, I started playing with this other guy from NC after Gulle logged off. He knows me from my YouTube channel, and we mostly had a two-man squad going for the rest of the night. Yeah, there's Lib Crew again. Now, yeah, judging from how they fly and how they work together, I guess it explains why they only go for ganks. But yeah, it's I'm not gonna show all that much of it though. However, the amount of anti-air, lock-ons, and air-to-air equipped sights increased quite drastically over the next couple of minutes. And yeah, also keep in mind we went to Miller at like I think after midnight, so yeah, it's only getting later. Yeah, that's the sound of the Walker. It has a very distinctive sound nowadays, and yeah, it was buffed recently, and now it is extremely effective actually. Now, not long ago I made a video about the Striker, and mainly about using the Striker against air, and it is actually really effective. I was almost killed several times with it here. I lost a couple of Reavers to it, and the combination of a couple of heavy assaults using it with a couple of regular anti-air, either MattiAce or Skyguards, it makes it really hard to fly. Just like with a lot of my videos, that Striker video caused a lot of drama, and it's especially common with players that are struggling with a certain weapon that I show is quite effective, they have a tendency to get upset about it. Now, just one striker heavy on his own is nothing to fear for an experienced pilot, but there is rarely just one. Of course, in a situation like that, it's really hard to determine how much damage I took from what source. Yeah, I almost team killed a couple of guys there because they didn't actually render, or visually they didn't render when I had spotted that max. Next up here though, I'll show you what is probably my favorite kill of this session. Yep, it's never a good idea to park your tank on top of friendly tank mines. Now, the air hammer is not very good in pure air-to-air combat, meaning when you're in a hover duel. However, the gank of the air hammer is really strong, and had I not been able to finish this first one off this fast, I would have never survived the second. So here's the same pilot again, or one of them, and I'm really tempted here to give him a true fair fight, because yeah, it's a lot more fun obviously, but the thing is that even though I can't see another site here, I don't trust that this guy is alone, even though in this case I think he actually is. Oh no, Matti, we're not at all trying to go for you. Notice all these other Reavers that we are trying so hard to kill. It's funny, it doesn't matter how obvious it is. Some people are gonna deny it anyway. So yeah, it was getting late, I had been here for a while, and at this point I didn't even attempt to try to fly seriously anymore. I'll just show you a little bit of the amount of Vanu air at... this is very close to the NC Warp Gate, by the way. Yeah, the next of the video is going to be from Indar, and here you're going to see some infantry gameplay as well. First off, I want to show you the danger of debris. So I will be playing heavy assault, and I will be using the Gauss saw, and I haven't used it all that much lately. To be perfectly honest, I haven't used it all that much at all. One of the things that I've learned recently is that there are very few light machine guns that actually benefit enough from the high velocity ammo that they're actually worth equipping it. The Gauss saw, you will benefit about 30 meters per second with high velocity ammo, which is 5%. And with the drawbacks, with the increased recoil, it really isn't worth it according to most players. And I am ready to agree. And during this whole video, I still have it. I just forgot to remove it. And you will see how, well, first off, since I'm not used to this weapon, I do struggle with the recoil quite a bit. But you'll see that there are quite a few situations where I actually should be able to kill my opponents faster. Basically, every burst is a little bit too long for this weapon, the way I handle it right now. I should shorten them with at least 1 or 2 bullets. At this range, from like 5 or 6 to like 3 or 4. At least that's what it looks like looking back at this footage.
So
yeah, where is that cloaker? I swear to God, it's easy to see him looking back at it than it was when I was actually playing. Or maybe I was just tired.
we really clear out Alaton.
Yep.
I also want to point out that on my Miller character, which is my first character, I use the med kits rather than the restoration kits. And that's because, yeah, it was one of the first upgrades I got. And in the beginning of the game, when the game was first released, I just felt like the med kits was so much better than the restoration kits that I went with it right away. There are still these debates of which one is better than the other, and I still haven't made up my mind really. But the restoration kits, they are at least cheaper in terms of resources. That's one of the reasons I'm using it on my other characters. What about him? Do you know him or?
I just farmed him.
You're such an elitist.
Yep.
Or is it you that is the elitist for saying that?
Yeah, I'm an elitist for pointing out that you're an elitist.
Not twist.
Yeah, because,
Yeah.
I mean, it takes one to know when dark. Come on.
Getting real flusk.
Oh, fucking fossil is up there as well.
That word here.
Yeah, eventually this guy got his gank revenge on me. We actually had quite a lot of small skirmishes. Nothing fair though, unfortunately, but that's what happens on the live servers. Next up here you see how these players in this Galaxy drops on Alaton Broadcast Hub. And yeah, I will be continuing playing a little bit of Heavy Assault when I realize that I can't do anything about it with my air-to-air equipped Reaver.
This is boring.
See, after we were able to defend Allerton Broadcast Hub, I went back to West Highlands Checkpoint because there was still a fight going on here, and I want to show you a quite funny encounter I had with a Pounder Max. I was sure I was going to die. Actually, I thought this debris would kill me as well. So yeah, since there is quite a lot of you guys who want these longer videos, and I can't guarantee that I can upload them frequently, but every once in a while I'll try. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I will say thank you all for watching, and I will end this video with a couple of air-to-air combat situations. So yeah, that's it. Bye for now.